What is up, everybody? I am super excited to do this video. I'm kind of late on it, honestly, but excited nonetheless. I'm gonna be watching Sleep Token Take Me Back to Eden today. I am a huge fan of Sleep Token. I even had a freaking wallpaper of their album art for a good while because I'm really into this band. So I'm definitely looking forward to listening to this with you guys. I have already heard it. I tried recording this video before and I totally forgot to make sure that my mic was set up properly, so it didn't actually pick up any of the talking. You like heard the song part of it, but we're all good this time. So this is post edit Zen. I understand that I kept putting my face into the YouTube video on accident, so I apologize about that. I'm gonna try to make it a little smaller next time. But anyways, back to the video.
I dream in phosphorescence, bleed through spaces, see you drifting past the fall, but no one told you where to go. We dive through crystal vortex, perfect oceans, but no one told me not to breathe. And now the weightlessness recedes.
I just want to pause to say when I say I've listened to this a couple times, or when I say I've listened to this already, I've listened to it like multiple times. I've been pretty obsessed with the song since like the first time I heard it, so it's not my first time hearing it, that's for sure. All right, so first things first, I really enjoy how Vessel has like just an amazing ability to move his vocals up and down. He's got like a superb range, honestly. Probably one of the best in this genre, in my opinion. Secondly, this album art, or not album art, but the visual that they have going on here is really cool. I like the little aesthetic of the what is this supposed to be, like a reaper thing, I'm assuming, because it has like the scythe. It looks like a bone scythe. It looks like that's made out of like a spine. That's pretty cool. And then there's something glistening in the hand of this figure, and I'm assuming that it's an apple. Like it looks like a golden apple. And I'm also going to assume that because of the fact that it's called Take Me Back to Eden, so perhaps that's like the apple that is related to the tree of knowledge or whatever. And then the wings are angelic, but they look tattered, so I'm assuming maybe like a angel of death thing is what they're going for here. And if so, that'd be pretty cool. And that would also kind of go with the lyrics from what I'm reading so far. Like maybe the bleeding through spaces, see you drifting past the fall. You know what I mean? It's kind of like if you've ever seen what's the name of that freaking movie? Later, I looked it up. Final Destination. Freaking Final Destination. That's it. It makes me think of Final Destination, how death kind of moved almost like a shadow through the people's lives. Perhaps that's kind of what he's getting at here. And I also really enjoy the but no one told me not to breathe and now the weightlessness recedes. Like he was just referring to water previously with the we dive through crystal waters and stuff. So it's almost like the ability to float and feel weightless is suddenly gone, and the gravity comes crushing down on you trying to deal. All right, so I'm going to take this back a few seconds and let's get back into it.
Crystal vortex, perfect oceans, but no one told me not to breathe. And now the weightlessness recedes.
This chorus, though. I also really like that song. We'll get back to that.
Come now, bite through these wires. I'm a working man.
let's pause right there real quick. So, one, I want to start with. Let me go back to the beginning of the chorus. Okay, cool. Yeah. So here in a second, I really like how the like intro of this first chorus. There's that like weird kind of I don't know how to relate it. So it's almost like a growl. It sounds like some kind of animalistic like growl sound, but it sounds so cool and it's such a great lead in. I don't know why, but it gives me this like kind of primal feel. It's really neat. Let's hear in a second. Especially with all the other animal sounds that are popping up in the background, giving it that Eden sound. I really like this. That great transition. Honestly, I think that going back to the death reference, I think that basically if you were the kind of person who is drawn to death, I'm a winged insect, you're a funeral pyre. It's almost like the fire is drawing me in. Like I can't help but want to be brought in, kind of like an insect to a light or like a moth to a fire, moth to a flame. But yeah, so I think that basically that he's being brought in, he's being drawn in like a moth to a flame essentially, and he can't help but want to embrace the light, but the light is death, quite literally, whether you are a winged insect going into a flame or what they're referencing death. Obviously, I'm not sure if that's what they're getting at here, but that's my interpretation so far, at least. It seems like that is kind of what they're getting at here. You know, I'm awaiting hell and the gods grow tired. Everything is sin and pain and anger and frustration in hell. And if the god is getting sick of it, you know, it's time to end it. If God's growing tired, then it's time to put me to rest, essentially. You know, no more of this. Honestly, I absolutely love this chorus. It's freaking super, super catchy. I love the like tonality that you chose for it. I like how it, like, I'm trying to think of how to describe it. The like it kind of has this like up, down, da 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 da. Like I love how that flows. It's just the cadence. There we go. The cadence and how which he decided to blow, like, and the rhythm of it is just so nice. So yeah. Anyways, let's go ahead and get back into the rest of the song. Yep.
Along borderlines of a pathway higher. Grow back your sharpest teeth. You know my desire. I will travel far beyond the path of reason. Take me back to Eden. Take me back to Eden.
That bridge though, this song has got so many different like transitions, so many different like genres built into one. It's about to go into another one here in a second. I love how at the end of that they did the like slow chug chug chuggity chug chug. All right, so going back down to the beginning of this bridge here. Funny enough, it's actually the most replayed part of the song here. We'll go to the exact second. It's 2:30. Let's hear it. So it's the transition. So one, I pretty an awesome transition. Secondly, I like how they added all these glowy little white lights to this visual because it kind of reminds me of that opening line of phosphorescence that he was talking about. They kind of look like little phosphorescent lights, you know, floating around. So very neat. There's also a bunch of little details in here I keep picking up too, like the interesting tentacles and the. I'm trying to think what kind of symbol this would be. It looks like some kind of star.
Take me back to Eden.
Yeah, so Vessel being Vessel and doing what Vessel does best, and just like I said, crazy range. He has like a really powerful tone with it, I would say like his mid tone, his normal singing tone, but then you hit those crazy highs too. I love the little touch of heavy, just a little touch, a little pinch, just a little pinch of the heavy.
Well, yeah, I spit blood when I wake up. Sink porcelain stain, choking up brain matter and makeup. Just 2 days since the mainframe went down and I'm still messed up. Room feels like a meat freezer, I dangling like cold cuts. Missed calls, answer phones from people I just don't trust. Mirror talk, fake love, but I'll take a pound of your flesh before you take a piece of my pay stub. White roses, black doves, godmother, rise up. I need you to see me for what I have become. My mind, those eyes like fire, I'm awake.
All right. This freaking little intermission that they did here. I don't even know what to really call it. What does the lyrics say? Let's see what they like official. I guess it's a verse. Okay. Yeah. So I since heard a refrain. Interesting. According to the lyrics, that little chunk with the "Take Me Back to Eden" part is considered a refrain. Can't say I've ever heard of that before. Anywho, so yeah, this second verse is fucking just so cool. I love how they threw in this like little hip hop twist. When I first heard this, it like blew my mind. I mean, they had a little bit of this kind of stuff. I think like maybe a little bit of a touch of it in some of their other music from what I've heard, but not anything quite like this. I mean, if I'm wrong, definitely send this on my way. But this is probably the most, I want to say, hip hop rap leaning direction that they've ever gone in a song that I've heard so far. By the way, this is the only song that I've listened to from this album so far. This is the only one I've had like on repeat and stuff. I haven't listened to any others. I've saved them to do with you guys for the first impressions. This gives me high hopes, honestly, for the rest of the album. There's so many different like flavors in this song, and that's just this one song, so I can only imagine what they do with the rest of the album. I also like the big reveal that they decide to do here with the Angel of Death. I mean, like, what is that face? Like, it's kind of weird, drippy ink, like, or is that hair? I don't even know. Very cool though. Or like tentacles. Is that part of the weird like tentacle stuff that was going on down on the bottom as well? Some kind of like tattered old clothing, gold-plated armor. This is like I've actually seen this a couple times. I just noticed this is like a gold-plated kind of spinal cord thing. I thought it was just bone. It's also gold. So reading through some of the lyrics here in the second verse, I really like how he's like, I spit blood when I wake up, sink porcelain stain, choking out brain matter and makeup. So from what I've seen of Vessel, he definitely wears like a bunch of makeup, like physically puts on like a bunch of black makeup, as well as the whole choking up brain matter and spitting blood. If we were to take that like more metaphorically than literally, I think what he's trying to get at is like lyric content, you know, and musical ideas and things of that nature. Like, he wakes up, and as soon as he wakes up, he's just spitting his soul and his brain, you know what I mean? And whenever he goes into the sink, it's just bits of who he is and stuff. He's constantly cleaning off parts of this idea, this cool image that he's created as Vessel. It's a very cool line, or lines for that matter. Besides that, I also really enjoy the missed calls, answer phones from people I just don't trust, mirror talk, fake love. Like, I know they're gaining a lot of popularity as of late. I'm not the only person doing these freaking videos talking about how great they are. So I know they're getting a lot of hype as of late. And I can only imagine the amount of people coming in and out of their lives trying to like ask for money or befriend them just to get fame themselves or clout, whatever it may be. But I'll take a pound of your flesh before you take a piece of my pay stub. Like, I really like the whole, like, I'll fuck you up, essentially. I'll take a piece of you before you decide to try to like take any of my money. You're not getting anything out of me. I'll be damned if you like take the thing that I've put all this work and energy and effort into just because you think you can. Anyways, let's try and get back into it.
Black doves, godmother, rise up. I need you to see me for what I have become. My mind, those eyes like fire. I'm a winged insect, you're a fume.
Catch your chorus there.
Come now, bite through these wires. I'm a waking hell and the gods grow tired. Reset my patient violence along both lines of a pathway higher. Grow back your sharp
There's some more of that cool, like ethereal nature sounds. Ethereal. Ethereal. I think that's more appropriate. Ethereal?
Ethereal.
Ethereal nature sounds for you?
I guess it goes to show, does it not, that we've no idea what we've got until we lose it. And no amount of love will keep it around if we don't choose it.
I love how the blood starts to bleed on the bottom of the podium thing that they're standing on.
And I don't know what's got its teeth in me, but I'm about to bite back in anger. No amount of self-fury will bring back the glory of innocence.
So pause right there real quick. I definitely agree with the, we got no idea what we got until we lose it, you know. You don't know what you got until it's gone, essentially. And I definitely agree. If you've ever had anything in your life that you really, really, truly value and appreciate and didn't fully take advantage of while you had it around and then it was gone, then you'll have definitely felt that sting. But yeah, and then essentially, if you're not choosing to actively keep it within your life and giving it attention, not just love, like you have to actually give it focus, you know what I mean, make sure that it's actively a part of your life, then it'll be gone. Like by default, one day it's going to be gone no matter what. Everything ends at some point. You never know how long that time between now and then is going to be. So if you're not actively trying to make sure that you appreciate those moments as they come, then no amount of love will actually keep it around unless you choose it. And then personally, I think when he's saying no amount of self-fury will bring back the glory of innocence, I think he's kind of saying no amount of like change and stuff will ever bring back the feeling of before I felt like I needed to change, just being innocent, essentially. Just self-fury to me kind of sounds like beating yourself up almost. And then it goes into this awesome chorus again. Let's go ahead and give it a listen. So that last part though, I've heard nothing but good things about this album, and the fact that I think it was Chokehold, I can't remember if it was Chokehold or something, but one of the two is supposed to have like a lot of screaming in it, I think. But I haven't actually heard it, like I said, so I'm definitely looking forward to it. Definitely looking forward to the rest of this album. When I first heard this, I was actually pretty taken back by his ability to stream at all. Like, he's done it like a little bit in the other music, I think, that they've put out. But this is definitely the most, like, I want to say, like, prolific stream where he was just, like, belting out and letting it go kind of deal. And it sounded pretty freaking good, so I'm definitely looking forward to hearing the rest of it. But yeah, so super, super dope song. I hope you enjoyed listening to it as well. I'm definitely going to listen to at least 2, maybe 3 more of the songs off the album. I was actually considering doing the rest of the album, so if you think that's a good idea, definitely let me know down below in the comments. Be sure to do the YouTube Trinity in general for me. I'm pretty new at trying to do this whole reaction review thing. In fact, this is my first one, but I want to do more of them and make it something I put on the channel, as well as put out more content in general and just stay more consistent. So I definitely look forward to doing some more of these with you all in the future. I'm going to get this edited and posted as soon as I possibly can, and definitely get some more up for you guys to see as well. But until then, peace and light.